Hi, my name is Peter Agh. I'm the Managing Director for ICMA Europe, reporting for Slovakia from Bratislava, Slovakia. The first case in our country, in Slovakia, was on March 6th. This virus has spread much slower in Slovakia than maybe in other countries. It's because our country was one of the first to give it a real pushback. Just 4 days after the first case in our country, all schools were closed. This was a decision made by local governments, by mayors, and the government as well. Basically, one day later, on the fifth day after the first case was found, Slovakia shut all its borders for non-Slovaks. That means only our nationals could come back home, and we cannot go out from our country, or people that are living and working in a distance of less than 30 kilometers from the border, those can travel to work. That's pretty much it. Also, all three of our airports for personal travel were closed, and all trains and buses stopped transiting out of the country. The only transfer is for the goods, which of course all the trains and the airports are working in, so we can have all of our goods coming into our country. All the rest of the people were asked to stay home and not, unless you really have to travel to work, just basically being at home, since all of our children are at home and school is not running ever since March 10. On the March 19th, last Friday, we actually had a government change. We had our parliamentary elections here just a few weeks ago. So the new government came in place last Friday, which many people were afraid what will happen during the change, when the old government was handling the coronavirus outbreak in Slovakia in the first couple weeks, and now it's a totally different government with different people. But I think the handover was really well made. Actually, the pictures of our president and the new government setting in place were in worldwide news, because everybody is wearing a mask, basically 24/7 if they are not inside of their home. Today is day 18 of the outbreak in Slovakia. We have about 4,000 people tested. Out of those 4,000 people tested, were 204 positive. We don't have any deaths, and we have 7 recoveries at the moment as of today. For local governments in our country, of course, they closed all schools that we are running. That's the kindergartens, elementary schools, secondary educational schools, and universities as well. All public spaces, such as parks and playgrounds, were closed. People are advised, if they go outside of their home, to keep at least 2 meters away from anybody that is also out of their home. And of course, wearing a mask and wearing protective gloves is an everyday routine now. All services of local governments are done by email or mail. Basically, electronic communication came really fast. Some city halls remain open for maybe a couple hours a week, allowing people to enter just one by one. So there is absolutely no people in multiple numbers inside of a room. This happens in front of the stores as well. When people are lining up, they stay at least 2 meters away from each other. Some special services that we are providing at the city halls, such as weddings, there's a maximum of 4 people per wedding, and unfortunately with funerals it's the same. Actually, all of our country is encouraging people to call police whenever you see more people gathering at one place. all the shops and shopping malls were closed and are closed now for the second week. Only groceries, pharmacies, and drugstores are open in a limited time period. One big mistake that we have done in our country is just after we closed all the schools, so all the kids were going to stay home. Many of our people went for holiday resorts, such as wellness centers or ski resorts. So that took another 2 to 3 days to shut all of these places down, or people were in large numbers. So this is as much as I can say about the country of Slovakia at the moment. I do hope all of you will stay safe, and we will meet in person at our next conference, wherever it might be, hopefully in the next 2 to 3 months. Thank you.